Strap yourself in,
because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
enjoy this presentation of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show.
Hey everybody, Jimmy Mack coming to you live with another transmission and download. Thanks for being here today. We appreciate it, and hope everybody's doing well. We're coming to you live out of the Tampa Bay area of Florida, of course, USA, and worldwide. So appreciate everybody being here today. If you are on the URL and listening through the computer system, you can also always call in live if you want to ask a question, have a reading, perhaps a healing, 206 area code 806-9965. So just know that you can dial in and get on that as well. A few announcements, of course. We do like for folks to stick to one little thing as opposed to just read me. If you want to grab something out of relationships, maybe work, job, career, good little idea about that, different things, any question you might have or a statement I work best on, could be health. So any of those one things would be great. We do have a lot of folks on the line, of course, and just grab that one topic if you do have your hand raised and you're calling in. Appreciate everybody being here today. We also are doing Patty Malick's show. That's at 5 p.m. Eastern this Thursday. That's Soul Talk. If you're not already getting our newsletter, please go to jimmymackhealing.com, and you'll get the schedule for that. Things are slowly turning the spigot back on, so I'll also be in Tampa on the last Friday of the month at Kodawari Studios in Tampa live there. If you need to schedule time with me to meet live and in person, you can do that as well. So keep that in mind. And hope everybody's doing well in spite of everything that's going on. My mother used to say, and this too shall pass. So keep that in mind. It definitely will. And we will all get through this before it's over with. And hopefully rebound and be better than ever. You know, the irony is, at least in our neighborhood, I walk to the water every night to the dock, and it looks like something out of a painting. It looks like a Norman Rockwell painting. There's so many people walking and riding their bikes. It just looks odd, you know. And but it's nice, and everybody waves to each other and doing their little social distancing, some with masks, some without. It's like whatever works for you, it's okay. So we just wave and carry on and go from there. So exciting about that. You know, it's kind of a quieter time. Folks have actually, I think in some ways, gotten closer perhaps with family or not. The best meme I saw on Facebook was the people who are going to get the richest after this is over will be the divorce lawyers and the barbers. Isn't that funny? So just had to laugh over that, and it's all good. So anyway, we're waiting on Dr. Reverend Kimberly Marooney. I will talk about her here for a second, just so you know who we're talking about. Hopefully she's calling in. I know she confirmed to be on today live. So she is, it is Reverend Dr. Kimberly Marooney. She was blessed with the ability to experience direct personal contact with God and the angels and spiritual beings. She was the first person in the world to earn a master's degree in angelology and a doctorate in spiritual psychology. Many of the best-known angel experts have sought to learn from her, and that includes Doreen Virtue. How interesting is that? Kimberly skillfully combines her 40 years of experience as a mystic with her education to guide people into profound, life-changing angel encounters by following inner guidance. This gifted mystic has authored a dozen books, including best-selling Angel Blessings cards, and founded the Angel Ministry. Most recently, Kimberly was appointed the president of Gateway University, and it's a school of the study of higher consciousness. You can find out more at KimberlyMarooney.com, and that's KIMBERLY Marooney, MAROONEY.com. All right, so we are waiting on her, and feel free to give us a call. I'm going to actually text her and remind her of the phone number here, at least for the call-in number. And so hopefully she's doing okay and isn't mixed up on the time. But rest assured, it's a radio show, so we're going to keep on going no matter what, folks. So bear with me as I navigate the technology here. It's quite funny always. And let me just at least give her a little text and let her know we're going. So hopefully she will call in, and we'll go from there. But we're going to go ahead and take some callers regardless. I'll help you folks all that I can, and hopefully she's going to be one of the callers coming in. So we're going to go from there and check on everybody and see what we can stir up. All right. So we're waiting for grab a line here. Lots of folks on the call, like we said. And Deborah in Brazil is first. Hi, Deborah. How are you today? Calling all the way from Brazil. How cool is that? I love that.
Hi.
What's going on? You doing okay?
I'm fine, yeah. The country is still in lockdown, but, I mean, it's all the asking.
Wow. So what's going on in Brazil? Same type of situation? You guys locked down? Are you quarantined? Are you just staying at home? What's happening?
Yeah, it's a lockdown, but there's a lot of people going to work, so a lot of cars. But everything is just shut down. No shopping malls.
Everything's shut down, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully it's going to ease up for you and come back online soon. And that's all we can do. You know, we are lucky in Florida, I can tell you that. So we've been doing pretty good down here. What's going on with you personally? How can we help you intuitively or through any form of healing today? What's happening?
So I would like to know about this guy I met online. It looks really promising.
A guy you met online?
Yeah, in the middle of the lockdown.
In the middle of all this? Yeah, you know, I'm not, he's not super weak, but he's not strong either. So when I ask for strength or weakness, just so you know, and I'm going to talk to you like you're my sister, so I'm kind of looking out for you here. I'm not overly excited about him, but it doesn't test weak either. So on a 0 to 10, with 10 being the best and 0 the worst, he is a 1, 2, 3, 4, about a 5. So kind of interesting and kind of unusual. So I'm kind of a coin toss on him. What has your experience been thus far? In other words, you're that into him, or, you know, what a great time, too, folks, to really get to know somebody, you know, in the midst of all this, right? I mean, you can be Zooming, you can be Skyping, you can be talking to them on the phone, at least get to know these people, so that's amazing.
Well, as far as I know, he checked all the boxes, but he's English.
He checks all the boxes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. You know, when this comes out, I'm just kind of cautious about it all. I'm just saying, you know, I don't pick up that he's married or anything like that. But it may be that, you know, we have fun with him. I tell everybody, you know, all the beautiful women, don't white picket fence the first date and don't plan the wedding, you know, over the weekend. But let's hang out with him and at least do fun stuff right now until you prove me right, and I think you will. I'll give this thing about 30, 60, 90, 120, as much as 150 days out. So whatever that is, let's ask, June, July, August. By September, first week, second week in September, it's not going to be him. You're going to end up with somebody else. That's what I can foresee. So keep that in mind, too. Doesn't mean you won't have fun, you know what I mean, over the summer. And that's a possibility, too. So, make sense?
Yeah, it does. Let's see. Thank you.
Good. Oh, listen, thanks for listening to the show all the way from Brazil. I'm always fascinated when people call from around the world and can still hear the sound of our voice. I'm like a little kid from 1920 or something, and I just think it's so cool. So we're thrilled you called in, honey, and gosh, don't hesitate to let us know how it's going. But I would enjoy him until he disappointed me. Do you know what I mean? And so we'll see. We'll see. So we'll see how long he checks the boxes. Maybe you can check them all the way through summer, but then about the second week in September, I think you're going to meet the end of the world next guy. Make sense?
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Let's see.
Yeah. All right. You keep us posted, honey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very cool. Yeah, you're welcome, honey. Gosh, that's a rough time in Brazil if it's that shut down, right? So we have so much to be thankful for. Hey, 941 is next. That's Laura. How are you?
Hey, Jimmy, it's Laura Romero. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, honey. How are you doing? I shouldn't say 941. Aren't you out of Hillsborough area, right?
Yes, but I came from Sarasota County, so.
That's what it is. Okay. I know that's how you know I know my area codes, right?
You're absolutely right. So.
What's going on with you, honey?
Cool. Well, I just wanted to step in and take a listen and say hi, and if you have any insights on what's coming up for me this summer, that would be fantastic.
Oh, wow. What are you doing? What would you like to do?
Well, it's one of those things where you feel there's a change coming on, but you're not quite sure what it is. If there's anything that you can see.
I definitely pick up you're going to be doing a whole lot more readings and healings, if that helps you. So I would hold myself out more for the readings. In particular, it isn't June, but July tests really strong for you. And we'll just do the rest of the year. So July is a huge month, and September and November and December, those are really good months for you. So we'll see what happens. And, gosh, you got your own show and all that, too. Tell folks how to come listen to you and get readings. Give them your information.
Well, I'd love to have you on again someday very soon, too.
Plan on it.
Here.
Yeah, please. Remind us when it is.
It's on Tuesdays at 11 a.m.
Okay. That's fantastic. So same day as mine, we could even do that. Yeah. Hey, if you want to be on right now and grab some readings, that's fine too. We had Reverend Kimberly Marooney on, but I don't see her on. But if she calls in, we'll take her call too. She might have got mixed up on the time zones or whatever, honey. It's okay. Are you okay with that? Do you have time now?
Well, sure. I'd be happy to.
Okay. Oh, fabulous. Okay, good. Because I like to do the healings more than readings, although I've done readings for, decades. But I just prefer to do the healings more than anything else. So
you're
we'll
so
see
good
who
at
all.
it, too.
You're sweet. Thank you.
Your heart when you do that. I know it all comes from
your heart. I've been doing it a long time. That's so sweet of you to say. It's funny. 714 is our next caller. I'll let you take them first for a few minutes, honey, and then I'll see what we can do at our end, too. 714, you're on live. Hi.
Hi, it's Diana, and I think I told you about, I'm here in California, I told you before about the static coming out, and I was wondering if I could get a healing. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still coming out, and it's very painful.
Okay, are you saying static?
Yes, all on the left side, really heavy.
Static, okay, well stand up. Yeah, face due north, and we'll just see what we can stir up for you. So I'd go ahead and own that and just say I have static on my left side and see if it pulls you forward.
Yes.
And yes, okay. So we're going to release all that, resolve it, delete and erase it, disentangle it all out now, uncollapse the waves and fields, have her learn all the lessons she needed to from this static, release her from the service to it, pull her straight back when you're done. And it's going to pull you back, and release all that out and drop you back in neutral when it's done. And you can let folks know where you're at in the process, because it is a live radio show. So
yes, it is. It's pulling out. There's a lot of it pulling out.
Yeah, just let that keep going, honey. Yeah, let that keep going. We'll stay with you. It's no problem. It's very normal. It's unusual, of course, but it's typical normal to me. And let that keep pulling back, back, back. And when it stops, it'll bring you back to neutral when it's finished. And you'll feel the releases. And that's really going to help you out a lot. And it's continually leaving right now. People often ask me what it's like, and it feels different.
Yes.
Yes, good. That's helpful, honey. You definitely want to learn how to fish or schedule a private session when we can work on it and go even deeper, because it is like a minute on the radio show, but we're going to go hit it all we can, okay? Make sense?
Thank you. You're a great healer. Thank you.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you, honey. Appreciate you calling in. That's a dream. Next caller is area code 314. Hi, you're on live.
Hi, Jimmy. It's Georgia.
Hey, Georgia. How are you, honey? You doing okay?
No, not really. I lost my job.
Not really? What's going on?
Lost my job.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
My mother would say, I wish you hadn't even told me that.
Right?
Isn't that funny?
I wish they hadn't told me that either.
What did you do before, honey, and what are you going to do now? Just think of it as one door closing, right?
I don't know. Yeah, it's one door closing. I know another door is opening, and I'm staying open.
What service or product area? Yeah, what service or product area were you in?
Front desk.
Front desk stuff.
Park.
Okay.
Front desk in an RV park.
RV park. Okay.
Yes.
So it may not be huge right now, but what immediately comes to a parallel idea, by the way, and we'll let Laura help you in just a second, but I got to just get this out there, and that is when it opens up again and selling, you need to be looking at the RV sales and maybe go work for the administration or something that is the nearest RV sales place. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Okay. Well, there's going to be one near you, somewhere near you. I'm telling you, you know where the biggest, I'm telling you right now, the biggest ones on earth, it's hard for people to believe, they're just out of Tampa. The ones that are the biggest ones in the United States are just outside of Tampa, Florida. Isn't that funny? But there's going to be, you need to look hard at, since you've already done that, you know all about it, you could at least answer the phones, add administration, you know all about RVing. You'd be really good at that, almost like assisting a salesman with it, too.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's a weird parallel thing. It's a weird parallel thing you're going to want to look into. Yeah. Right? Hey, you can ask a question of Laura, too. She's a really great reader, and she's got her own radio show, honey. We'll see what she picks up.
Hi, Laura.
Well, I wanted to add, as soon as you came on, I was drawn to Archangel Michael. And so what I wanted to say when Jimmy was talking is that you're being around that energy of enthusiasm and vacation and happiness and people having a good time with their RVs at the park is a perfect situation for you in the sales area, because you'll carry that enthusiasm over to people coming in to buy or look around. So I think that'd be really, fun for you to do as well. But Archangel Michael comes to you to tell you that there's going to be a favorable outcome with this situation. So things will balance out. It's in the works, but it will balance out, and it will be perfect for you and for everyone. So Archangel Michael, who's the one that helps us make career transitions, is here to help you, and he's telling you everything's going to work out just fine. But look for the unexpected. Look for something that is going to draw your attention that might not be something that you've considered before.
Okay.
Favorable outcome.
Nice.
And I will leave you with that.
Thank you so much.
Very cool. Love it. So keep that in mind, honey. One door closes, you know what they say. So.
Oh, I know. The other one's open.
Yeah, I almost feel like you're kind of burned out on the place anyway. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that part does.
Yeah.
And I've already been on an interview, and as far as I know, I have that job if he creates it. They're going to create the position. But
I think they are, too. I think it's going to happen. It may not be this week. Somebody told me today, I don't know what day it is, and next Monday is Memorial Day. It's going to be right after that. They might create it this week, start you on Tuesday or something like that. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Possible.
Yep.
I certainly would follow up with them by like Friday and ask them
Uh-huh.
if they need any help creating this position for you. So they'll laugh. You know, you got to disarm folks with humor. So go, hey, I don't want you to think I'm eager, but if you need help in putting my position together, I got plenty of time to help you with it. So, okay?
Okay.
So keep that in mind too, honey. All right? We're glad you called in. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys. And then you lots of love.
You too. Thank you very much. Gosh, 281's our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from? 281, you're on live.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear
How
me?
are you? I can now. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I didn't expect this. I've just been listening away, never dreamed that my number would be pulled up. I'm from Sugar Land.
And here it is.
My name's Mary Lee Sebesta.
Okay. Mary Lou, where are you from?
Lee. It's Mary Lee, L-E-E.
Mary Lee. Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from Sugar Land, Texas.
Texas. All right. Sugar Land.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Did you have a question for Laura?
Well, can she connect to my son, Nathan, or does it need to be personal for me?
You know,
your son's on the planet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking for a healing for him or something, honey? What is it you're looking for?
Well, he's been presented with a lot of corporate challenges, and he has to make a decision as to whether or not to accept them. And he's really going through a hard struggle right now trying to decide what to do. But I have a question for me if you'd rather not take his questions.
Oh no, I don't. I'll do you, and then I'll do him, and then we'll let Laura do you. How about that? What are my choices on his struggling, job of corporate land?
Okay,
So what are my choices?
He is being offered. There's being a position opening up that he has applied for, and he's a candidate for, but it's but in the time that he's waiting for this to happen, he's been offered a higher level in his division, which would mean more work and more stress, and he's really stressed out for the hilt already. And he has no clue what this other...
Yeah, I immediately get that second one. He might consider it higher level and more stress, but maybe not. You're just showing me an airplane, and you end up rising above the storms and the turbulence and all that, and then they hit better, clearer pockets of air, less oxygen, all that, and it starts to smooth out the flight. So I wouldn't tell him to be as terrified as he might think he is. I mean, those are good problems to have, right? I would not wait around for that other position to open. That could be a while. He doesn't have that kind of time. I don't even get days, weeks. It could be months. It could be at least 2 months before those other people get a hold of him that they're positioning him for. And if he needs to immediately do this high-end stressful position. If he gets burned out in it, they're certainly going to come back and try and steal him away. The easiest time to get another job is when you got a job, right? And there's something weird about they always want to get you away from wherever you're at and get you on their team, right? But I would highly encourage him to go for the high-end thing and tell him not to think of it as much in stress as it would be more responsibility and more money. Tell him to think of it more in terms of positivity. Now, did you have a question for Laura?
Yes, I do. I was listening earlier to someone ask a question on a webinar, and she has high blood pressure issues, and she was told by her guides that it was, and mine's all over the place. It's never stable, and it's just all over the place, different times, different places. And she was told that it was due to, she's real sensitive to EMFs, and I'm wondering if that's my issue too. Because I'm real sensitive to energy, and I mean, I'm surrounded by, everybody's surrounded by EMFs, but I'm wondering, I don't understand why I can't get a handle on my blood pressure.
Well, Mary Lee, the first thing that I'm picking up for you is that you definitely have reactions to something, but definitely energy, but I believe it's other people's energy more than EMF. I believe that you are taking on other people's energies and issues and concerns and worries, and I think that is kind of creating an event in your life that is almost like a treadmill that just keeps going faster. And then you slow down for a minute and you say, oh, whew, thank God. All of a sudden it starts again with a big jerk, and there you go again. You're on the treadmill running really fast again. But I think that you're connected with other people's energy that's causing you to have this problem. Naturally, you will hopefully, and I strongly recommend that you see, you get care from a practitioner. A qualified health care practitioner, of course. But in the meantime, what I'm going to ask for you to do is to please make sure that you become aware of when you're taking on other people's problems or issues. And taking a deep breath when you feel yourself getting tight or starting to get a little anxious or a little nervous. I just want you to kind of stop for a minute and take a nice little quick little clench of your lower belly, and feel yourself being fully and firmly connected to the ground, and just let go, take a breath and let go of those concerns, and make sure that, I'm only going to focus on what's really affecting me. And if I'm concerned about other people's problems, I know that I can reach out to the angels and ask them to help resolve someone else's problems or issues or give them guidance in the right direction. So what this becomes for you is an opportunity to work with the angelic realm and the divine realm to use all of that fabulous celestial energy and divine energy to really help others by asking them to provide guidance and healing and care and love and compassion and all the things that you worry that people aren't getting enough of. It feels like you're just trying to help everyone and heal everyone. And so make sure that you're asking the angels to help you resolve, will help you get their help to help other people resolve their problems rather than you feeling like you have to take all that on. Because that really wears a person out and it causes a lot of anxiety, and I think that's what's going on with you. So ask yourself, is this your energy or someone else's energy that you're taking on? Take a deep breath and make sure that you're grounded. Let go of anybody else's energy and ask their angels to help them.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't get the EMF stuff. That's not you. So I think she's spot on. In other words, you're picking up if somebody's really chill and they're relaxed and they're awesome, they're smooth, grounded energy, your blood pressure's probably normalized. And if they're jumping all over the place and have anxiety, it's probably raising your blood pressure. I think you're more of an empath probably than you know. So, I mean, the first thing out of the gate you're asking for wasn't even about yourself, right? You're asking about your son and all his anxiety. So, I mean, that would raise my blood pressure and yours, right? Make sense?
Right.
Love it. Right. Love it. So we're glad you called in, honey. We'll help you any way we can, though, okay? And I would Google also about blood pressure and eating for high blood pressure, right? Stabilizing blood pressure. There's all kinds of things you can eat and drink. I could talk to you for an hour about that, but, time doesn't allow. So,
I'll call you.
Okay. Well, we'll help you any way we can. You just visit jimmymackhealing.com. We'll help you all we can, honey. Okay?
I will. God bless you both.
Sugar Land, Texas.
Thank
That's
you,
named
Mary
after
Lee.
the
You
band.
too.
I love it. Yeah, thank you. Gosh, Laura, I appreciate you jumping in. They tell me Kimberly Marooney's on the line, so that's good. You and I have got to get together. We'll definitely have you on the show. And just remind me, of course, we have the same show producer, and so it should be easy, breezy fun. I'll jump on any Tuesday you got available, so keep that in mind, too.
I look forward to it.
So, yeah, thank you, honey. We appreciate it. Gosh, have a great rest of the day.
Thanks, you too.
You bet. All right. Hey, I guess you're on the line now.
Hey, hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, it's been forever. We're glad you're here.
Thank you. I feel embarrassed that I goofed up, but here I am now.
No, you're here now. It's how it's supposed to show up. We're happy that you're here, honey. Thank you so much. Hey, that was Laura. Yeah, she happened to call in and ask me a question. We told her to hang out for a little bit, and so she does all the angel stuff too, as you know. And and she
hello,
she does some
Laura.
little readings there. Yeah,
beautiful. Thank you,
Thank you,
Laura. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're glad she jumped in, and certainly along the veins of the angels and all that. So, hey, tell folks how to get a hold of you for a private session, honey. I know you got classes and cards and books and so much going on.
Oh, yes. KimberlyMarooney.com.
Love that. That's the easiest way to get a hold. How have you been? It's been forever, it seems like. You've been traveling as always.
Well, it's COVID-19, so I've been home.
Been home mostly. That's true.
I've been home, and like many other people, I've been having some really interesting family challenges that need extra love and care right now. And so today was one of those days, and I just completely lost track of time managing another situation.
Sure.
And so I know I must be in tune with everyone else.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you're here. Yeah, I'm doing a Zoom. I do a Zoom call the last Wednesday of every month, and we decided this last Wednesday of the month, it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We're doing it all on family and relationships and chaos and all that. So all to do with family and friends and whatever. Isn't that interesting? And so here you are reminding me of that, but coming out of stay at home and quarantine and everything else, you figure out in a hurry what you're made out of, and certainly how much you really get along with folks if they're piled on top of you for a long period of time, right?
Well, I'm fortunate in that we are all getting along well, so I'm very pleased that the work that we have done over many years to be accepting and loving is paying off big time right now. And in addition to that, there are other things like health care and benefits and, the financial stuff. And we had to move my dad in with my sister because he couldn't live alone. And, taking care of all of the details that go with an elderly parent who needs additional care. And then our own stuff. We had a surprise emergency this morning that needed immediate attention and just dragged on. So I know I'm not the only one facing these challenges. Right. So I come with in full energy, in full deployment mode.
I love it. No, it's all good. We're happy to hear you here.
Peaceful and soft, and I got my battle gear on today.
Well, good. Well, you're prepared. I love it. All right. Reverend Tiffany just reminded me too. She said Laura is still unmuted to let her say hi to you, because I know you guys know each other too. So go ahead, Laura.
I would love that. Hi, Laura.
Hello, beautiful lady. How are you?
I'm wonderful, and thank you so much for stepping in. I was able to hear, I think, most of the last caller that you responded to, and was just feeling the love that was in that, feeling the heartfelt connection, feeling the angels, feeling that beautiful caller in your heart, knowing, I know this person. Who is that?
Well, thank you.
So happy to connect with you again, Laura, and thank you.
Thank you.
Love it.
And, during your show, if you have a few minutes, I would love to get a message from you, too.
Oh, go now. You're already on.
Oh, fabulous. So a message regarding what, Tiffany?
It's for Laura.
For Laura.
I'm sorry, Laura. Message regarding what?
Gosh. Insight, guidance, I think, is the only word that just keep popping into my head. I'm seeing an image that I can't describe, so sorry. It's not very helpful.
That is. So is it insight regarding anything in particular in your life?
Mm-hmm. As I was telling Jimmy, I feel that there's some things changing coming, and I don't know what it is, and it feels to be very different in terms of what I'm doing, and that's what's on my mind, really.
Gotcha, man. There are so many of us in this. Likewise, I'm feeling a similar.
Feel like I'm on a rotisserie.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the things for me. I'm completely unhinged from my usual routine of preparing for things. And so, I'm with you in this insight. And so from that perspective, this is for all of us who are seeking guidance for change, that we feel our lives shifting into something that's different from what we're doing. We are all on an unknown path. And the beautiful part is that we are all on a path of rapid awakening. So this feeling of change, this knowing that nothing will ever be as it was before, is giving us an opportunity to question everything in our lives. What am I doing? Is this nurturing my heart and my soul? Is this in alignment with my calling? And how is my calling up-leveling now? How am I being uplifted? How am I being activated and called to a deeper service? What is shifting and changing within me now? And how is this rapid evolution, this rapid healing, this rapid acceleration, how can I align with that in service? Does that feel familiar, Laura?
It certainly does. In fact, my whole body just shuddered when you started talking, so yeah.
So the good news is that massive assistance is coming in from beyond our galaxy, from the very source creation of life in the material world. Massive energy is coming in. So if you don't look at the news media, and if you just simply feel what's going on inside, if you can disconnect from the chaos that appears to be happening in the world, from the fear that appears to be happening in the world, and again, tune in to your soul, to your true being, to your heart that knows the bigger truth, then you will feel the power of this amazing awakening that's been happening. Us light workers have been begging and praying for this moment our whole lives. And in fact, we took body for what is happening right now. Many of us didn't want to come into another body. I know that was certainly true for me, and I spent most of my life not happy being in a body. However, this is what we came for. We came for the awakening that's happening right now. And many of us have been feeling like we've been waiting for something. Waiting for what? We know we're supposed to do something, but what? We don't know. We've been in this waiting cycle. Well, that waiting cycle ended last year, and I think, Laura, you probably felt that, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, gosh,
yeah. Yeah, many of us felt that waiting cycle ended last year, and we've started to move into the new energy. And now that new energy is so powerful and so present. So there are four. There are four angels. Four angels that are predominantly guiding us this week, because it's changing all the time. So these 4 angels are predominantly guiding us this week into how to receive that insight and that guidance, and to how can we be open and prepared to flow into that new vitality, that new direction, that new perception that is flowing into us. And I don't know about you, Laura and Jimmy, but I spent at the beginning of the year, I spent weeks working on my forecast for the year, planning out the classes I was going to teach, thinking ahead at the wisdom that I felt that I was going to bring in. And Right. And in fact, when the stay-at-home orders came, I thought, oh, great, I'm going to have lots of time to focus on this new wisdom that's coming in. I'm going to have lots of time to develop those classes and upgrade my internet systems and communicate with people. And whoa, no. So me personally, I've been really in the middle of my own personal transformation and, doing what I can to share my journey, but way different from what I was doing before, way different from what I was expecting or anticipating for myself. So the first angel, who is really the most important for all of us, is the angel of appreciation, of gratitude. To appreciate everything that is coming our way, every challenge, our battle gear, our love triumphs, our joy, the sweetness, the connection with family, to even treasure the challenges that we have, the difficulties that we have, because everything in life is helping us to rapidly heal, to rapidly clear out old beliefs, old energy patterns, old habits, old ways of interacting, old ways of relating and connecting with each other. So every little minute detail that is happening with us in life is vital for this rapid healing. And the first step to that is to appreciate it. So if you have an argument with somebody in your family, or if something happens that's distressing, or whatever is happening, if something falls away, if that you felt like you needed, whatever changes are happening in life, step back from that. Take a breath and say, I appreciate this shift. I thank you. And I trust, here's the next step, I trust that something amazing will present itself. I trust that a miracle or an opening or an opportunity will present itself. So 1, appreciate, 2, trust. And with that trust, we then need to be open to receive. Open to receive is the key, because we have so many beliefs and habits in life that control how we perceive life. So I don't know about you, but I go through life not seeing a whole lot that is happening around me that I could be recognizing. I don't often have my miracle feelers out to pay attention to the many potential miracles that are all around me if I just notice them. I'm not often open enough to the opportunities that fall in my lap. And that's because I often have old programs running for something else I'm supposed to be doing, for some belief that blocks that opportunity, for some old habit that closes me off to being able to receive this goodness that's trying to give itself to me. And so, again, we come back to appreciate first everything that's coming in. Trust that if we've lost something, a miracle will come that will present itself to that's even more amazing to replace that. So, for instance, if we lost income, if we lost employment, if we lost a home, if we lost a relationship, if somebody we love died, that we can trust that something amazing will replace that loss. And if we can be open in our hearts, if we can be receptive, if we can let go of the old ways of thinking that prevent us from receiving that goodness, it can be just right there quickly. So that's where the next angel comes in, the angel of forgiveness. So as we see the ways that we limit ourselves, as we see the ways that we suffer, as we have experiences in relationship that are not smooth, as we lose employment or lose income or lose whatever it is we're losing, it's really easy to come back and have self-judgment or self-criticism or blame someone else, to have a fight, to have pain, to create more pain and suffering, to focus on the loss, to take it personally and focus on the loss, to focus on I never have what I need, I always have to struggle, whatever those are. The moment we can perceive them and have forgiveness for that part of ourselves that is lost in struggle, and for the part of ourselves that is receiving the opportunity to awaken and heal and trust and appreciate, the more we can be in this cycle of appreciation, of trust, of openness, of receiving, of forgiveness, that takes us into the next angel in this process, which is Archangel Chamuel, the angel of adoration. And then, when we can love and adore everything that's happening, knowing that it's all taking us into oneness, into love, into beauty and brilliance and abundance, into health, when we can adore ourselves, when we can adore the other people involved, when we can have appreciation and even adoration for the beauty of what's happening to help us move into oneness. Chamuel, the angel of adoration, helps us to become that beautiful, brilliant being of love that we are. So in that adoration, if we can again step back and take a breath and connect with our beautiful, brilliant, eternal self and view the situation, view the change with eyes of love instead of with eyes of fear or judgment. If we can view the situation with eyes of love, if we can feel the amazing, loving being that we truly are in our hearts, we will see the miracles that are before us, and in that presence of love, we will truly be open to receive the activation, the energy, the love, the resources, the collaboration, the cooperation, everything that is possible and before us for coming into this new state of consciousness, this new state of being, the new visions for how we will share the wisdom that's in our hearts going forward in the world. And it could be that the shifts are minute. It could be that you still keep the structure of what you're doing. However, you're bringing a new awareness and a new part of yourself into that structure. And with that upgrade in you, you are upgrading that structure. So, for instance, your angel messages in your radio show, perhaps you continue to do them, but you do them from a new state of the awakened you that is coming in right this very minute. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last angel in this beautiful progression is the angel of music, because this is where you get to march to the sound of your own drummer. March to the sound of your own drum. This is where your unique inner music takes precedence, and you create space, you create room for that inner music within you to flow forth, that inner wisdom, that soul sound, to come out through you, to sing through you, to express through you. It's all frequency and vibration. To emit and broadcast through you, to uplift the vibration of everyone who comes in contact with your work.
Well, that's beautiful. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Thanks for that great question.
Thank you.
Wow.
For a great answer.
Hey, you wanted
really
a little reading
Thank
there,
you.
Laura. I think you got more than you bargained for, huh?
Well,
awesome.
You're both very kind and generous, so thank you very much.
You're sweet.
Well,
Thanks for jumping in
really
today.
Important.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is really important because it applies to all of us.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Everybody listening now or in the future, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Love that. Hey, 415 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi there, it's Kim in San Francisco.
Hey, Kim in San Francisco. How are you?
Well, that was just so beautiful. I'm still just kind of
Wasn't it?
The energy of, yes, everything that Kimberly just
Yeah.
shared. And I have a question. I mean, I feel like kind of it was answered, but I am looking at growing my own business and some things that I'm interested in introducing, and I'd love to just get a message about kind of the direction I'm thinking of taking things in.
Oh, beautiful. So what kinds of new things are you introducing?
Well, I'm trying to just grow my business. I'm thinking about doing a monthly membership where I offer a couple of meditations and a little, kind of like this, a little cosmic Q&A once a month. And
I'm feeling a big yes to that.
Oh, good. And then also, just also offering kind of like master classes and working on those.
I feel a big yes to that. In fact, I can see your angels, like they're like jumping up and down. They got their arms up in the air, and they're jumping up and down, and they're saying, "Ah!" Yes! And oh, this is sweet. I've never seen this before. So in their joy, in their celebrations of the yes, I'm seeing like little skyrockets of color and things coming out. So this is truly a big yes. They're saying
cool.
yes. They're saying have courage and just do it.
I love it. So I'm okay. I feel like, I guess where I'm hesitating is it's okay to just keep trying to forge this out myself. I'm following just my own inner guidance and trying to move forward and getting these ideas.
Yes. That inner guidance is, here we are back to, what Laura was asking for, the insight guidance for change. Yeah. And yes, follow your inner guidance. So I know in the on the solopreneur world, we look to a lot of people to look for instructions of how do I do this? What's the formula? So the formula now is follow your inner guidance. That's the formula. Follow your inner guidance. Say yes to what you're hearing in your heart. Have courage and just do it. And here we are back to having gratitude. So I love it for Laura, we have the appreciation angel, and for you we have the gratitude angel. Just, it's like a double whammy to have gratitude, because the more gratitude you have in your heart for what's coming in, the more you will receive. So there's a little bit of a double whammy here that comes with spiritual people. So when we're receiving wonderful information like that, there's a part of us that asks, is this ego, is this real? Are you in that, Kim?
Yes. Yeah. I go back and forth with that one.
Right. So is this real? Am I just following my ego? So in this case, the answer is no. This is not ego. Yes, this is real. And that little dance slows you down. It's good to make sure that, yes, you're getting the right information. That's good to make sure. But when you linger in doubt and when you linger in that conversation, then it stops the receptivity. It stops your forward motion. And the energy right now is all about rapid forward motion. If you say yes with gratitude in your heart, with true humility, which is, I am so humble to receive this beautiful inpouring that is coming into me, and yes, I have the power to move forward with it and manifest it in the world, that is true gratitude. in empowerment. Can you feel that?
Yes. So strong.
Whereas, well, I don't know if this is real. So, yes, thank you.
I trust that something amazing will present itself. I can't wait to start practicing that.
Yeah. So the more you say yes and open, the more you trust your inner guidance and take the steps to create your membership and your master class, the more you begin to communicate and you ask for guidance, the more you will receive, and your angels will actually tell you everything to do.
Excellent. Thank you.
Love that. You doing okay, honey?
I'm doing okay. Can you take a look at Calliope the cat for me? She's been having a little
what's going on?
Difficult box moments. She's been having a little hard time with the poops these last day and a half. And I just want to see.
Okay. You mean as in hitting the box?
No, I think she's straining or she's struggling. She's gone outside of the box a couple times. And today she was meowing a bunch, and I saw her, really struggling.
Yeah, she feels dehydrated when I'm in it, just so you know. So I'd probably put water not too far away even from that. I would probably have a couple bowls of water and choices for her.
Okay.
So that's how it tests, and I probably would be giving her more wet food than dry. You do a little of both?
Yeah, she gets both.
Okay, so I probably would, what they're showing me is an increased ratio of maybe about 70% wet and the rest dry.
Okay. And so any sense if we're okay not going to the vet right away? It's usually this past.
Yeah, I don't get the vet for right now. I think it's a total dehydration problem, and I think it's not enough water. And I'm just changing it as we speak, of course. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, but that's how it shows up. But definitely put out more water. And, mine's funny. He'll start licking under the sink or whatever, even if there's no water coming out. That's just a sign to me to get him some water, right? He doesn't use a box anymore. He just comes and finds me and meows to go outside. So he's brilliant, So, but he runs the house. Big fat black cat with green eyes. He's in all my newsletters, He's a trip. We call him Dr. Tuna. He lives and dies on tuna, and he's always sitting in my chair. Isn't that funny?
So cute. I love it.
So, yeah, they're awesome. I love kitty cats. I'm a Leo, too, so believe me, I get it. But, yeah, she needs a lot more water and at least a 75% ratio of the wet food versus dry, honey, okay?
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, and let us know. You know how to reach me. Email anytime. You can call into any of the shows, so all good.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh. Well, have a good one, honey, and be safe in San Francisco. Mark Twain said the coldest winter I ever had was a summer in San Francisco. And I used to go out there all the time, see Richard Bartlett and Matrix Energetics, and oh my gosh, is it cold no matter when we went out there. That's so funny. So it's a pretty place, and there's a lot going on, so good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for calling in, honey. Gosh.
Thank you, Kim.
You bet. And I'm so glad, too, that we had Dr. Reverend Kimberly Marooney on today. Thank you, honey. Appreciate you calling in and helping folks out. Some profound messages there, especially for Laura. And, that applies to everybody right now. It kind of gives them a little guidance and a pathway for the rest of the year to get past all this, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let folks know what's the best website to get a hold of you on private stuff, honey.
KimberlyMarooney.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being on today. We really appreciate it. Many blessings to you as well. Thanks for staying out there and helping all the folks you can and contributing all you can for sure. You bet. You bet. Hey, everybody, that's our show for today. We appreciate you joining. I know there's a lot of folks on the call still, a lot of folks with their hands raised. We get to everybody as much as we can. Also, if you want to get on this Thursday, I'm going to be on Patty Malik's show. It's called Soul Talk, and that's 5 p.m. Eastern. That's a blog talk show. Call in. It's all free, just like this one. So we'll be glad to, if we didn't get to you today, we'll get to you Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you're not already on the newsletter, join it. It's at jimmymackhealing.com. Sign up. You'll get a ton of stuff for free. It's all affirmations and audio and video, and it's all out there for you. We want to help and contribute all we can, just like today. So thanks, everybody. I want to wish everybody the rest of your life will be the best of your life, and remember to make progress every day. Bye for now.
Jimmy Mack is a renowned medical intuitive and spiritual life coach who, after a near-death experience, was divinely shown a simpler way to create healing and profound changes, now known as My Liquid Fish, Change Made Simple, host of talk radio show called The Jimmy Mack Healing Show. Jimmy works worldwide with clients in person, on the phone, and over Skype, accessing energetic powers and co-creating changes that you actually feel. Visit www.jimmymackhealing.com.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments, then head over to Goldilocks Productions' YouTube channel.
With over 950 archive shows, the fun doesn't have to end.